An amazing Harinam Kirtan. As you all know, we are having our closing ceremony for our Nectar of Instructions Bhakti Shastri course tonight. And just to get us united as a family as we are, we asked the senior devotee Nanda Kishore Prabhu to speak a few words to us in regards to studying Srila Prabhupada's books.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. So, in our Varnashram system, our first ashram is supposed to be Brahmachari ashram. And what used to happen in the Brahmachari ashram is that students would go to the Gurukul, which is the place of the Guru, and stay with the Guru for about 25 years in order to learn all the basics as well as advanced spiritual knowledge. This was to create a foundation of proper understanding and realization in order to go forward in one's spiritual life and make one's human life successful. Now, there used to be 25 years of full time of study, practical application of knowledge, many things like that. Now, most of us, I am sure, have not spent 25 years full time from the beginning of our lives doing that. So we actually do not have much knowledge or even systematic study of knowledge. And therefore, in our society, ISKCON, these courses have been designed now, like Bhakti Shastri course, then, what is the next one? Bhakti Vaibhav, like that. So this involves study of all different kinds of Shastras. And Bhakti Shastri is like the basic foundation. So it's a very important study of all the authorized scriptures, which include the commentaries of our realized acharyas. And we are very thankful to Mataji for actually presenting this course very painstakingly for so many weeks and trying to get everybody to, or taking them through the proper process to try and understand at least Nectar of Instruction. And it would be very nice if all the devotees can go through all the rest of the books as well, which are part of the Bhakti Shastri course. So I would like to encourage all of you not to stop here, but to take this as like the first push towards the right direction. And we should actually all thank Mataji for having made this sort of like a start for all of us. Haribo! Thank you. So I won't take much of your time, but
thank you, Prabhu,
Thank you
for
very much.
speaking your encouraging words. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
And thank you everyone for coming to the Saturday feast. I know it's a bit of time out of your weekend schedule, and it's absolutely amazing that everyone can come on a Saturday afternoon, especially for some Harinam Sankirtan and Hari Katha, and for some Sadhu Sangha. It's very crucial for our spiritual lives to have that regular Sadhu Sangha and Harinam in our lives. So thank you so much for coming. What we're going to do for this next 50 minutes of the program before Gora Arti is the different participants of the course who have gained some insights and gained some realizations are going to share those with you and share their thank yous and their own personal realizations and their own applications in their lives. So each of the people are invited to speak for a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes each. And then at the end, what we're going to do is we're going to get a few words from Anuradha Manaji after each of the participants has had a chance to say their own few words. And then we're going to give out all of these certificates. And what we would like is that all of the participants who are getting a certificate, that means that they've gotten at least 65% overall mark and they've studied hard, they've attended nearly all, most or nearly all of the sessions. So they've worked hard for this, so we would like to really congratulate them. There's 16 people getting a certificate, so we'll call their names out and we'll stand here. We'll get everyone, all 16, to stand here next to Srila Prabhupada, and please hold your applause and Hari balls when all the 16 are here. Otherwise it's 16 lots of over and over again and it's going to get tedious and we're going to run out of time. So all 16 up, and then one big Hari ball and applause for everyone, and then Gora Arti. So that's what we're doing. So please, some of the participants, please, can one of you please raise your hand and be the excellent Punya? Excellent. Thank you. Haribo. All right, thank you, Punya. Just 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you.
Well, good evening, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for letting me speak. As the name suggests, I pretty well was described as a Kali Yuga Vanaprastha, because I'm middle-aged, I'm in my 50s, and I'm now back into studying Shastra, where I should be.
Please
use the mic. People outside can hear.
So, I've been described by Abhi as a Kali Yuga Vanaprastha. It was a joke, and I took it as a joke, very light-heartedly, and I understood exactly where he was coming from, because here I am, middle-aged, and I'm back where I should be, studying very hard the Shastra, all the scriptures, until the very end of my life. So, as the title is something I could relate to, it was because of, well, I say, of my age. I do have time to read Srila Prabhupada's books, but really not in a studying fashion. So, I mean, I face my own personal challenges with my health and so forth. So, why did I do the course? Well, it's better to study than to simply read, because it's too easy to forget and not able to really be applied in one's life. So that's why it's really important to study this. Now, why is it relevant? Well, it was a great opportunity for me to come to the temple when it was quiet, even during the week. Important opportunity to take to undertake a formal study of Srila Prabhupada's books, which in this case, Nectar of Instruction, but learn the importance of the scripture, not just to read in my own time. And I think that's the most important thing, because we can read it the way we want, but to have Mataji actually teach us properly so we can actually apply it in our lives. Now, the two most important things I got out of this was it was revealed just how little I knew about Nectar of Instruction, and I felt very embarrassed. And that's why it really was a great incentive for me to come to the temple and push myself to do this. But what it also meant was that in one of Mataji's lessons, she taught us about inattentive chanting. And I want to just quote Mataji what she said. It's like inviting your best friend over to your place and then completely ignoring it and fiddling on your phone. That's what inattentive chanting is like. So what I got out of this was how important attentive chanting is. Even if it was just outside Nectar of Instruction, but it was just solely important about attentive chanting and what it means to chant for the Lords. We're calling them, we're talking to them, we can't ignore them by thinking about our mobile phones and everything else, our Facebook and so forth. So very important about attentive chanting. So I'm going to quickly go through this. The best thing that I actually found in Nectar of Instruction was a beautiful quote by Srila Prabhupada. Now, it appears in the purport of text 3, just on my book, page 36. And it was, devotional service is so pure and perfect that once having begun, one is forcibly dragged to ultimate success. Whether you like it or not, we're going to be dragged kicking and screaming. I just love that. That's cute. It really tickled me. So, and so what I also found was writing the essays, I had to find a particular word for people who are a distraction. I'm going to wind up on this, but not everybody's going to do it. And that word was precipitous. And what it means, it's a Latin word, meaning deliberately faithless and treacherous. And that's what the importance of associating with devotees means, because the association of non-devotees is treacherous. So, my last thing I'm going to say is that I hope that Bhakti Shastra continues in the other 3 chapters to complete the course, because I'll be very keen to finish this. Thank you very much.
Punya Sloka Gaura Prabhu ki.
Thank you so much, Punya Sloka. That was very nice, and you touched on some really, really important insights that we can all share. Please.
Harambini Radha.
Harambini Radha.
Devada Devidasi.
Please, you can use the chair if you want. Sorry, you can take a seat until this.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Yeah, you will be just seeing that this old lady, what she had to do with Nectar of Instruction and Bhakti Shastri. But you can understand, you are never old to learn. And that's what, when Mataji came and she said that she's going to have this seminar on Nectar of Instruction. And I was just thinking, should I really go for that? I know everything. Why I have to go? I have read Nectar of Instruction so many times. I was just thinking that, and in between I had health challenges and all that. And then I thought, why not, you know? So I came and attended this seminar, and you know, and I found that by reading Nectar of Instruction in the association of devotees was much, much better than sitting at home or anywhere and reading Nectar of Instruction or all other books which are in Bhakti Shastri. And I had this in my mind, that you know everything. I found myself that I don't know anything. And by reading, by attending Nectar of Instruction, so many things which I knew, but what I learned is that I have to put all these things into practice. And with the Association of Devotees and interactive seminars which Anuradha Mataji gave us, and she was so keen that everybody should learn. And the way she was presenting, I know she told me that I should not really glorify the teacher, but I'm going to do anyway. So I was just thinking, that how keen she was. Actually, she was more keen and eager and enthusiastic than all of us who were here. So by her enthusiasm and her determination, I feel that all who attended this seminar were really benefited. And for me to really strengthen my devotional service by reading Prabhupada's books, and I really feel that we should have other books of other books of Bhakti Shastri. Like we started with Nectar of Instruction, which is the first one, and it makes like by text from 1 to 11 all these weeks. It has brought us into that level. But now we have to meditate on what we have learned and then go ahead, and maybe we should be able to have other books like Ishopanishad and Nectar of Devotion, and then Bhagavad Gita. We read Bhagavad Gita all the time, verses and Bhagavatam, but by having a systematic study of Shastras is very important. There is one thing which I really like very much, that this Nectar of Instruction seminar was open for everybody. It wasn't that it wasn't that it was only meant for devotees, initiative devotees. Even the people who were very new, they also came, and they were all welcome, and they were so enthusiastic that they participated in that. So I really thank Anuradha Mataji for coming and really inspiring us, and we hope that in future you will keep doing for us. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'd like to ask Jiga. Jiga Prabhu.
Thank Mataji for 3 things, like 1,000 times, but for 3 things. Firstly, Mataji made this Nectar of Instruction, very smooth and very easy for, people like us to understand, like very new. So without Mataji, it wouldn't be very, easy to understand the importance of, the Updeshamrita. Secondly, Mataji had shared lot of pastimes, glorifying the Lord's name and Mahamantra. So this has just deepened the understanding that we should chant attentively. So I thank you, Mataji, secondly for that. Third thing, which is very, very important, but I think Mataji also mentioned that we are very, insignificant to discuss that. That is to glorify the pastimes of Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, that about Radha Kund. So it was like having a Bhakti Lata Bij just by listening to that. We are very insignificant to even glorify. For me, even saying that is like very, very insignificant. But that has just kicked and sparked for me to visit the Holy Dham, and we should all visit Holy Dham. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
I totally agree with Jigar Prabhu about making at least one visit. I've had association with some Islamic friends, and they are very determined. I found them very determined to at least make one trip to Mecca for their Hajj. So I endorse going to Radhakund and to these holy places at least once in a lifetime. That should be our target, regardless of how fallen or what stage of bhakti we have. So with this course, Aruda Mataji, who's the ambassador of homeschooling, so when she came and did a seminar, she was encouraging parents to homeschool their children, and she was saying, when we follow the instructions or recommendations of our acharyas, we get their mercy, and everything will be achievable, and success is guaranteed. So Srila Prabhupada has kindly, similarly requested those interested in advancing their spiritual life to study his books. Not only read, but study scrutinizingly. Most of us currently are studying or have studied some time ago, and generally the only impetus to see us through those hard days would have been passing the exams with flying colors so that we can have a successful job and a better future. Recently, this course was 10 sessions of Nectar of Instructions, and it was 2 days a week. So it was hard work to drop everything and come here for the course. But coming together to study Srila Prabhupada's books was fulfilling his desire, and it was so blissful. It was the best place in the presence of Srila Prabhupada and Shigonitai, with the best company. Those people who were here, I wouldn't be with anyone else. And also the selfless teacher, instructor we had, who put so much effort, and as is said by all of us who have taken that course. And she was greatly assisted by her son Abhiram Prabhu, so thank you Prabhu for being her and staying over while she was testing us with our shlokas. And the setting, it was so different. It was not like classroom style in air-conditioned room, no, it was just here. We were all sitting here, and it was amazing because sitting down allowed us to roll with laughter. So you know when you're laughing your belly out, so you can just roll about, and you can also cry silent tears when the words of Srila Prabhupada touched your heart. So you could just be with yourself in the presence of the Lord. It was very intimate. And also, so then it comes to the point, what is the use of such study? Isn't spiritual life just about emotions? You know, just between me and the Lord? Is that what spiritual life is about? Why should we study? The thing is, actually, spiritual life does not exclude our present situation, our abilities, and our shortcomings. It takes account of all the facets of life, of our lives, and gives us tools and techniques. So when we come and study, it gives us the tools and techniques to be successful in all spheres, not only spiritually, but when we apply these Nectar of instructions in our practical life, we are successful there. Spiritual knowledge brings out, extracts, churns, operates in a subtle way to reinstate us to our true glory, to bring out what we all have, that we can taste or experience the best, and that is what we all deserve, the best, since we are all part and parcels of Shri Gonitai. We hope to share this wonderful experience with each one of you. So when the next commences, please, we want to be with you all and share this. For some of us who have left the world of formal studies, the course provided us an opportunity to rediscover learning, our learning faculties, such as that we have the brains and this brain is working. I mean, I was surprised to at least memorize those shlokas. And this was one of the Mataji's also she shared on the Facebook. That, oh, it was nice, because when life drags us through, we forget that this here is something wonderful and we can use it. So all the mothers who are looking after the children, this is a nice course to rediscover your granddaughter. And so, just about Bhakti Shastri, the 4 books, it is said that we start with Sri Shopnisha, and that book states that God is a person. He's not impersonal, he's not formless. So from that book, then we go to Nectar of Devotion, which says that that person is Sri Krishna, who is the reservoir of all qualities, and he can reciprocate. He can taste all the emotions that we taste in this world, but in a pure and perfect and unlimited way. So that's Nectar of Devotion. Then from there we go to Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita says that that person...
you're getting a little confused. Ishopanishad established as the supreme person. Then we give Bhagavad Gita because we're giving. Oh, that person is Krishna. So yes, Bhagavad Gita. Sorry, Bhagavad Gita reinstated that person is Krishna. And then we go to Nectar of Devotion.
devotion which says that that supreme person is Akhila Rasatmita Murti, the reservoir of all mellows. And then we come to Nectar of Instruction. And lucky we did Nectar of Instruction because Nectar of Instructions give us those instructions that can give us access to the Lord. Isn't it amazing? So that's what we did. And I wish next time you will be all there with us, having the access to this absolute reservoir of all mellows.
Thank you so much.
The saying that says that you can take the horse to the water pond, but you can't make it drink. I doubt that quote. Mataji, Anuradha Mataji is a live example that even if you do not have that level, even if you are not yet onto that level of training, she is not only knowledgeable, she not only has absorbed all that knowledge, but she has the capacity to make you experience that higher taste, even if you are not over there yet. And that's what I have realized from attending this course. And I sincerely recommend that if this was to ever happen again, please attain. And you don't have to worry about, just those of you who are not aware, there is a written exam, an oral exam, viva exam, and this is not to scare you. What I'm trying to say is that she will empower you. Trust me, if I can go through, she will literally empower you to pass through that and experience that higher taste. I sincerely request Mataji that if possible in future, please continue this journey of Nectar, and we can continue into the next phase, Nectar of Devotion and Bhagavad Gita, and that will be very much helpful to us.
Thank you very much. What
Thank you,
I
Stephanie.
hope, of course, is that all of you will take up the spirit of teaching. Mataji, Prabhu, they can all teach. Okay, Anna?
Please, Anna, come.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I would like to share also my feelings. Honestly, I'm sad that the course is over, and also at the same time I'm happy. I feel that we did something great. We gathered together. We studied the book of our Acharya Srila Rupa Goswami, the book that Srila Prabhupada translated for us. He gave it to us. And I feel that with our effort, we expressed our gratitude and our appreciation for everything they have done for us. But our humble attempts to apply it, to apply the learned, will be even more pleasing to Srila Prabhupada. The time we spent studying together brought us closer to each other. I liked our mood of being a united family, which was expressed in laughter, in jokes, and also in discussions of serious topics. Family, where our dear teacher, Anuradha Mataji, is our mother. She taught us with love and some strictness what is very good for us. She has done so much for us. Her effort accumulates in numerous hours she spent preparing for the classes. Her efforts has inspired us to make an effort to do our best in writing essays, in learning shlokas, in being attentive during the class. Of course, sometimes we were a bit inattentive, but I'm sure when the time came for the pastimes, no one missed anything. And I could see devotees listening with their jaws dropped to the floor, so absorbed they were in the sweetness of the Vrindavan pastimes. And my heart is also filled with gratitude to Anuradha Mataji for bringing Vrindavan into our hearts. And honestly speaking, I feel like a new person, and I hope my heart will never be the same. And also let this course will be our small mutual offering to His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much, Anna.
Priyanka?
as a lazy, to be honest with you, I'm really lazy. I was lazy in my study. I somehow managed to pass all the time. I'm trying to get the first class, but never get it. But still, I had a successful career in my life, by anyhow, with the grace of God. And Mataji really worked hard to push devotees like me to be at that level, to understand the things.
And you did it.
Yeah. And as a neophyte devotee, in a Nectar of Instruction board, if I tell, then it's Kanishta Adhikari to taste the higher form of Uttama Adhikari. And that's what I felt like during this course. So I really wish all of you can. If I can do that, then everyone else can do that.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'm really thankful for this course to be organized. I want to thank the temple, thank the organizers, Viram Prabhu for making the trips and bringing Radha Mataji to the temple. So it's really, really appreciative of this effort that this course was organized in the temple. Second, I'm very, very appreciative again of the efforts put in by Radha Mataji. She has some beautiful songs and told very beautiful stories, full of really nectarian ambrosia, and made us write the essays. That was very hard, and made us remember the shlokas, and put in so much an effort. And because of her effort, because of her sincerity, diligence, hard work, patience, and commitment, actually she evoked that kind of same qualities within us. So it was a hard push, I would say, but it was a very, very good experience. And Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction has made different verses from it, has made different qualities, made me conscious of these qualities, which is expected of a devotee who is on the path of going from a neophyte to a ultimate state. So I think I am conscious of these different expectations. And in the future, when different tests will come, and I'm sure, I believe that I'm not so advanced and I'm not so present, that by just doing the course, I will be able to just pass to the level when the situations come. But definitely, I would say that when different situations will come, and I will be conscious, and when I'm able to go through successfully those different tests which life brings, I would remember Radha Mataji for bringing these instructions to me, present to me at that time. And again, thank you so much, Mataji, for all the hard work you have done. And I request the organizers, the temple, and everybody else that I hope that this can continue in the future, and more courses from Bhakti Shastri may be present to us, because this was really, really good, and I would give 10 out of 10 marks to that. And, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for coming along to this presentation from all the students who have studied the Nectar of Instruction. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Simade Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirushesha Sunivadi Paschita Destarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasti Gaur Bhaktivinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. This course gives factual information about how to implement all the teachings of Nectar of Instruction in only in 11 verses. There was a mind map on all the verses of on the whiteboard, and paper mind map of each of the 11 verses as a handout was given to everyone. I was enthused to memorize the essential first 4 verses. I was able to understand the next 7 verses in depth. The good thing was that it had been interactive course and the presenter giving reading homework as a list of questions to be answered. To answer 2 days before the lecture. At the beginning of the lecture, the presenter would quiz us on our homework questions to stimulate our active participation on what we had learned through our homework. The presenter would fill in the gaps of our Shastric knowledge without condemning anyone's answer, but would give an expected correct answer. This gave us enthusiasm to study. There were slides of information. These were easily understandable. There was initial mind map on the whole book, and it was used to refer back to during every day of the course. The course has achieved some goals of my Shastric knowledge. The presenter was always humble in presentation and smiling caringly. Overall, there were two essays, 700 words each. We had to write an oral memory test of having memorized one of the first three verses, followed by 36 questions short answer test lasting 1 hour. I recommend this very beneficial informative course to all these devotees and non-devotees as well. They can come and do the course. It will be very great to understand it all about Krishna, how to worship Krishna. I suggest that we have a similar course for Isopanishad, only 20 verses in future. Thank you very much. The benefit I achieved after attending this course, I was able to taste sugar candy of the holy name, as I was able to do attentive, continuous chanting of Mahamantra. And I also achieved deeper Shastric knowledge of Nectar of Instructions. I recommend this course to everyone, really. Mataji, you have done a wonderful job. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
I would really like to thank Anuradha Mataji for conducting this program and putting in so much hard work and sharing her invaluable realizations. Thank you so much. And I hope that I'm always reminded of these instructions while dealing with other people in general. 5 weeks went by so fast. So I would request Mataji that just come Brisbane often and conduct these programs. And Mataji was so inspirational that if we used to go to her and request her that maybe we can't give the exam, she was so motivating, so inspiring that she wouldn't just take no for an answer. And so you made us everyone understand the book so beautifully and so easily, Mataji. And most importantly, I would also like to thank my husband and my daughter for being so patient with me so that I could come to this course for the 5 weeks. And again, big thank you to Mataji for giving up your association, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very, very much for this presence, and I'm very happy that today I'm able to express my gratitude and thanks for the organizer of this course. It is a really great privilege that I was able to attend this course for 5 weeks, every 2 weeks, 2 days every week. And simply I would like to tell is that this course is really wonderful, and the words I found just flowing from Mataji's mouth, it was really nectar. So I really would wish that all the people in Brisbane would be able to drink that nectar, come to the course, and attend everyone. Really, it is the juice, the nectar I devour, it is blissful. So thank you for everyone, and thank you for Mataji, thank you everyone, Balu, and all organizers. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances and all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, and the assembled devotees here. Yeah, my personal sharing and information. This is Mataji is so wonderful, shared so much depth knowledge to each and everyone, giving us a very pure association. She is giving us so much pure association so that we can learn the Shastras and we can deep into our devotional service. Because the purpose of doing the course is we have to improve our devotional service, the loving affairs with the Krishna. Otherwise, attending course and going back to your work and everything, it doesn't give any realization. Once you complete your course and you have to do the devotional service, you can experience practical experience, you can see the Krishna in your heart, and as well as you can love, you can increase your love towards Krishna. Before attending course, I had a personal experience. Like one day my wife came and she told another Mataji, you know, she is conducting classes here. I said, I don't know about Mataji, I don't know about exactly what you're talking about. And she came to me. She is very loving teacher. I attended one Bhagavatam class. She is very fantastic because we work Monday to Friday, and Saturday, Sunday we come for service and other things, family. But I told her it's very hard for me to attend the classes because every Tuesday I have to come. I have to come every Thursday. Then we have a service Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is too much for me. Then she told me, just come for one class, then you can see how you're going to experience. Then I attended one class. Then after that I thought, this is so much personally I connected with Mataji. She is giving so much deliverance of knowledge and experience. By sitting, you know, you can live your world, then you can feel so much blissful here. So you can attend the personal association with the devotees also. It is very much encouraging. Before very hard to read the books and Bhagavatam classes at home. This one of good thing is Mataji is inspiring us to attend the classes here. Mataji, you really inspire me by your ways of teachings and your loving attitude. You inspire me to do more, to read more. I can't thank you enough for all the time you spend for us. I'm very thankful to you, Mataji, and thankful to each and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have time for maybe...
No, I think it's time.
Maybe
Who would like to speak?
one more person?
One more person, one
There's a hand.
Mataji, one Prabhu.
Please.
No, she's busy here. You want to speak? No, no.
It's okay, one more person. We have time.
Quickly, come.
Hare Krishna, all devotees. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk today. It was really good, so much inspiring to attend the devotee instruction class from Anuradha Mataji. At the beginning, as my Prabhu was saying, I felt it really might be very hard to come on working days, Tuesday and Thursday. But once you attend the class, you never felt the time. The time flew like anything. Actually, I was really feeling very sad at the last class that, oh my God, this class is finished. Now what we are going to do? It was so beautiful. You never felt, even after working a long day of work and coming here at 6:45, 7 o'clock in the night. But the class, it was so nice association and everybody, such a good pastimes of Krishna and Radharani. And it was such an intense topic about Radha Kund, Sham Kund, all these devotional pastimes. It was very nicely, beautifully Mataji explained. It's actually felt it really hard to read all these scriptures by yourself. But when you're doing it in the presence of the association of the devotees, in the presence of the Gaur Nitai and Prabhupada, it was really easy, make the things complicated subject matters very easy to understand. Just like very few things, whatever the things Mataji said, that really was connected so much. Like I would like to share one thing what Mataji was saying. That in one class Mataji said that, what do you think the Vrajavasis are? What are Vrajavasis? She said that she was saying one quotation, it's really good. She said that the Vrajavasis are the people who would like to walk in the path to satisfy Krishna. That is such a beautiful explanation. Because we think that Vrajavasis are the people who live in Braj. But it's just not the people who live in Braj, who would like to walk in the path to satisfy Krishna. They are called Vrajavasis. So this is just an example what I would like to say. But like so many beautiful things was shared by Mataji. And she worked so much for all of us. And she worked all by herself, so many beautiful pastimes. And she did so much research and so many things she told us. It was really good. I could never ever say thank her enough for doing all these beautiful courses with us. And I would like to really look forward to do more courses with Mataji. And thank you so much, Mataji, for giving all your knowledge and association to us. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, all my beautiful students who come so dear and precious to me. And thank you for your association, for your contribution, your enthusiastic participation. And of course, you're speaking all these sweet words, but they're not meant for me. I'm as best as I can be a little conductor. Actually, they all go to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, because we are members of his ISKCON society. He's worked so hard. He's done so much for us. So how we can repay? We can never really repay. But the least we can do is try and appreciate what he's given to carry it into the future. So I'm grateful to Srila Prabhupada, my Gurudev, all the devotees for facilitating this course, for giving these opportunities, this service opportunity. Prabhupada did so much for us, performed such great austerities, went through so many difficulties, and somehow or other, all we can do is show a little gratitude in, again, speaking what he's given, even if it's in tiny little clumsy ways. And the golden age of 10,000 years, has already started. We're in the middle of that. And how to bring Prabhupada's movement into the future is to study his books carefully and following them, not just Laukika Shraddha. We don't want to be just members of a club or he said that and she said that and well they're arguing like this. We don't want to be sentimental or speculative. We need to systematically study Srila Prabhupada's books to thoroughly imbibe the teachings so that we can carry it into the future. And there's so many more things, of course, to be said. So with all my heart, I just want to say thank you very much. It was a major team effort. No one person can do this. If it wasn't for all of your enthusiasm, I wouldn't be able to do that at all. So now, without anything more, I would like to present you with your certificates. These beautiful certificates that Bhakti Chandrika designed for us. That was also a team effort. For the students, I want to just open one and show them. Your marks, as you've all said, there was essay writing, sloka learning, the closed book exam. So there's a chart at the back of your certificate that shows how well you did in each portion, and then it gives your overall mark. But I must say, when I was first invited to try and do a course, I didn't know first what. So we just spontaneously thought of Nectar of Instruction. It just all happened very spontaneous. And when we first advertised for it, we said, okay, we'll have those who will get a certificate and we'll have the casual listeners, but please everybody sign up. Well, we had 9 devotees sign up and I was really happy for that. You know, half of them were going to be casual listeners and the others were actually going to try for a certificate. I was thinking, okay, we'll do our best, right? But then when the actual night came, The temple room was packed like this. We had about 50 devotees wanting to do the course. So then, out of the ones that wanted to go aim for the certificate, we had 20. Then it was 19. So I can say out of 19 devotees that have signed up to try and attempt for the certificate, 16 have been successful. So Hari Bol. Hari Bol. So the first one I would like, and where's Radha? Little Radha. Where's my little assistant? Radha, come. The first is Anna. She's done absolutely amazing. She's very focused. She's very studious, and she's done really, really well. I'm giving these certificates just randomly. It's not like in order because everybody is a success. So Anna, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, please give her one of these bags as a token of appreciation. Then we have, what's that?
If you need your glasses, that's me.
Yes, I'm the mother, and really I'm just here to pull ears. But I have to say, without Abhi, I couldn't have done this. So thank you very much, Abhi Rama. So then we have Vanamali Krishnadas. I'm so happy to be part of this Brisbane community. We have this beautiful senior couple setting an amazing example to come and study this course. Yeah, please somebody hand it over to him. Sorry, the time is running. Then we've got Gauranga Karunadas. Yeah, please give him a bag. Gauranga Karunadas. Then Jiga, my Jiga. You know, every mother, every teacher likes the sweet student, you know? He's like a gulab jamun. So then, of course, Kalamini, Radha, please give her a bag and that's for you, you're welcome. Lekraj Prabhu, I really appreciated your contribution and your presence. I knew it was all a little bit new, some of the things, but well done, well done. Then Mohana Devi Dasi, very impressive. She did amazing. She's a single lady working full time, and she scored very high in her exam. Then Priyank. Where's my passing devotee? He's our passing. He's Mataji, I'm just a passing devotee. So there you go, he's going to be a solid devotee now. Then Punya Sloka Gaurav, a really big Haribol, but you can just go pass it over there. His health is not very well. He would come a long distance, 1.5 hours on his motorbike, just to participate in this course, and he was very, very attentive and he participated so nicely. Ramanuja Das, and he came top of the class. He's our top student, which is really amazing. Next to his, no, sorry, I made a mistake. His wife and him came top of the class, but his wife beat him. So they're the example of perfect grihastha. Sachimata Devi Dasi, Sri Radha Shanti Rupa. There she is. Seva Nidhi, 2 small children and still coming regularly. Svaha Devi Dasi, yay! She showed her husband how to do it. So please give that to Svaha. And then last is Vidhi. Did I miss somebody? Somebody's missed a bag. Who didn't get a bag? Huh? He was here. Where's Sevanidhi? Oh, he's coming. Who didn't get a bag?
That's 780.
This one.
Is it that? Yep.
No, she's got it. Okay, you go and give it to him. He's outside. Who didn't get a bag?
Yeah.
There we go. Can't miss you out. So, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I would have liked everybody to come together and we take a group photo with your certificates. I don't know if that's going to be possible, maybe after the aarti. We can all line up here, please, and you hold your certificate and we take a photo for the history of Brisbane Yatra ki jai.